time is it? It is the witching hour. Welcome back, my most ethical light and love crew, angels of love and light, cream crew, and my divine panel to divinely intervene as needed for the highest good. Thank you. So this is Authorizing Officer Tuesday. And I decided I was going to follow the advice on starting to change things up, even with at the level of wardrobe. And I don't know what exactly that means, but I think it's just exploring the variety. And I think that's the best take that I can gather from that, because at first I started getting upset. I'm like, okay, so how am I supposed to be portraying myself? Am I going to be a sellout if I have to do, if I have to follow to the T? Do I have to wear, like, what's the dress code? Do I have to wear a suit? Do I have to dress like an adult, a conservative adult in all of this in order to be taken, to be considered of value? And, you know, who's going to be judging me like that anyway? So I just got all up in my head. I was like, no, that's not what this is meant to do. Numero uno is to explore variety, because I have variety, and inside, that's who I am. I just got comfortable. I just got comfortable in wearing the same thing over and over. And I realized the last time I was out on hiatus, I got comfortable in my workout clothes, not doing workout things, just running a lot of errands, and those things allowed me to be comfortable in getting, like, you know, filthy gross, and still carry out my duties, because it was breathable, and, you know, it was open, free, and, you know, I felt okay and fine. But I forgot that I gain a lot of weight without, because it hides a lot, you know, whatever, when I'm standing up anyway, when I'm moving around. And so I did not realize until just, I don't know, 20 minutes ago or less, that I gained a lot of weight. From what I used to be. And I wasn't pencil thin before, but my waistline was not like this at all. So I outgrew 80 to 90% of my wardrobe. And I do not want to go, I don't want to like let go of stuff and then go back out shopping. I do not have the budget, nor the energy, nor the interest in doing that. So I have motivation. Like, yeah, I just got comfortable. I mean, even putting it up against my waistline, I was like, oh my God, it stops there. The buck stops there. It's supposed to go at least like around here. Holy smokes. Even the stuff that I had room for, like, it's just not fitting right. And so I don't want to run into that dead end of, like, a great outing, like I'm excited to go to another show or an interview or my first day at another, you know, grouping, or and I'm feeling like blah, you know. And this is not necessarily about the weight gain, but like it's just a reminder that I got very comfortable. And yeah, and so if I want to stay at this weight level, then that's one thing, but I still need to exercise, I still need to do those things. So that's fine and dandy, but I have to relearn my whole wardrobe system, let go of over 50% of this stuff, and nearly like 70% of this stuff, and just fine-tune from there. But like I said, that's just not part of my game plan right now. So yeah, I was just shocked. It's Authorizing Officer Tuesday. Let's find out what the deal is here. What do you want to tell me? So on the left hand, I have putting some thought into things. Meditative, it's getting your sleep. So I'm going to be doing that soon. I know. I just wanted to report back because it wasn't awful since the last time I read. It was definitely not awful. I got some things done, and it wasn't like your average full moon thing that Tina does on a whim. It was a little different, and I'm happy with this kind of different for this time only anyway. Just some things that have been really nagging at me. I got done. So anyway, here on the right side is some happiness, 9 of Cups. Feeling good, you know, with what's there, what's done, how I am, etc. And this is very stand apart in a community, because I just noticed that her cup is positioned at center point, kind of like the where the radius would start, or it's just kind of center point in this half circle. What else do you want to say about this? So that's the energy for Authorizing Officer Tuesday in this round. So this is thinking about, really thinking about what makes you happy, what makes you feel fulfilled. And this is important. This is like the very, very, very basic stuff. And it's not to say that I'm behind, it's just to emphasize what really makes you happy. It's time to question that, because part of that is elaborating on your self-love, Tina. Okay, you have to give yourself some credit, some time, some added thought on that, because you're not going to just stumble. You can't just bet on one thing. Like I must have this over dramatization of I need to have this in order to be here, and then I'll stumble upon it along the way. Like me applying for other positions, it's like I started that process a while ago. Like in the beginning of the year even. And then I like hit a dip in it because it got busy, and like there wasn't as much drama anymore, or it was more manageable, or I just sold out and accepted it, and you know, I don't know what it was, but I saw other opportunities, and it gave me a very similar vibe, a description from, you know, just the energy that I wanted to dispose of. And so I could buy myself time skipping around, or I can just flush out what anybody would say and just wait out a wave that's good. I don't know. So like I do one-offs where I entertain that, and then like in the application process, half an hour to an hour goes by, and I'm like, what was that for? What was that for? Holy crap. You know what I mean? Like, let's maintain a positive attitude, but like I can already, I read energy, and like in being done with it, I've already read the energy, and I know that like they're not gonna pick me. You know what I mean? So it's like, what the fuck did I just do? I don't understand. Like, so anyway, let's have a positive attitude here, okay? Yeah. These two, Justice and the Knight of Cups. So things are going to be rectified. I mean, like, this is Authorizing Officer Tuesday, so that means like my committee members, my board members, my cream crew, my divine panel are like, hear ye, all checked in. And those that are, you know, reciprocating equally at their best here, those are who we're accounting for. All the rest doesn't pertain to them. You know what I mean? So they're here. And so when they're all accounting for the same thing, all, you know, all in favor of, not just all in favor of it, but all seeing it, or all agreeing to it, those energetics are highly favorable. The votes are at that higher level, so I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, and so I try to partition my day into not just professional, but like the personal, and getting these things that have been gnawing at me done. Even if it's, you know, wearing something different. And I'm not too thrilled about this outfit because it used to fit big on me. But like, dude, my arms also got thick. And I mean, it's still cute, you know? I mean, it's like a little mini thing. Little 60s vintage thing with a mini sweetheart neck. But it's just not one of my favorites. I just wanted to do something. I just wanted to comply. And do you know how hard it was to put this on? Holy smokes. And I even like at random just kind of like put my hair down just because I don't freaking know. I just had to change it up. It's a very, very good thing to change it up. And it's funny because, like, I told you, I was, my trend thing was more in retaliation and pairing colors within the same category, but clashed, like they were off-toned, because that's what I said my life felt like. But to jokingly do that with that intent, even loosely spoken, was just not a good vibe for me. Like, it never sat well. I did it like 2 or 3 times, and the first time it was not really intentional. I was like, it works. But the other, you know, yeah, it was not, I was not feeling good about that. So this took me probably a good 10 minutes trying to put it on. And there's a zipper that goes from the nape of the neck all the way down to like over here, right, to the back. And I could have asked, you know, my son to like help me zip, like, after I got it all the way right back up here. But I'm used to, you know, doing that and then being flexible enough to pull it all the way up. But, and I still am. My arms are fine. My shoulders are fine. It's this. It's these are like suction cups, like, you know, so the dress pulls differently and sits differently. And so it did take me at least 5 minutes to put on. But it was nearing to 10, and I was starting to get sweaty, and it was like, oh, what? I got really comfortable. So, anyway, this is a good start. Okay. 10 of Swords. What's in front of me? In front of my caboodle. The High Priest inverted. It's like it landed right between my caboodle and my footstool. And right in front of the fan is 8 of Swords in reverse. And on the left side of the fan, face down, is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, that's good, right? Okay. So what does that tell me? Basically, that determination and setting the tone for yourself, it may seem minuscule, but it is absolutely correct. You did the right thing. This was not a matter of ethics or morals or, but how you value yourself. You value yourself enough to change something, even on what seems like it's not connected. You're not making a mountain over a molehill. All things relate. So when you go through these like hurdles, it's just practice for the biggest one. And so what were we saying about this? Okay, so it's like setting the tone. Okay, you got the keys. You've asserted yourself for yourself. And this is extreme determination, like you're killing it, basically. And even if it's uncomfortable, if it's unfamiliar, whatever the case, it's all applicable. You're doing something that is not necessarily a feel-good energy, but you know that it's leading there. So you're making it it's not faking it till you're making it here. It's just tenacity. All right, so on the left side of the fan, the recipient side, is the Wheel of Fortune. So these are basically stabilizing, like you're energetic as your own fan base. So forget like what the numbers are out there, forget who knows you, etc. This is establishment and fortification of being on the left hand side, like the recipient side of that fan. It's setting the tone, basically, that you are taking the wheel. You are making certain decisions, and I just gave you like a small instance, but all the other things that I asserted myself with my you know, full moon rituals, and I'll give you a couple of it's silly, I know, but I'm supposed to tell you, but it's freeing yourself up, Tina. Okay, at the foot, like at the rug, at the right before the actual external fan base. This is a rollout of freeing yourself. Freeing yourself of what people think, whether it's favorable or not favorable. And so first off, one of my certain tasks that I fumbled upon, not fumbled, I stumbled upon, that was gnawing at me, is that I've had this scrunchie for like the longest time. I've had this since the 2000s. So it is vintage. I mean, you could find it like probably at any other store. But the fact is that it is one of my favorite colors, and you can't see the certain orange, rusty, you know, orange that it is, and it's like velvety, like velour, you know, aspect on with this particular lighting. But this fabric reminds me of vintage furniture at my parents' house, and so it was like I don't know, this became my favorite color. And so the elastic is, of course, vintage, so I had to replace the elastic. I'm like, I've searched without even like, while looking and without looking, but I never ran into another one just like this, nor a fabric like this. So I'm like, I'm glad I kept you. But my hair is heavy, and so I can't. I just can't use it. You know what I mean? So I replaced it finally, the inside of it, so that it is usable, and I wore it. And dude, it having scrunchies like this, it's a particular vibe. It's not just like a 90s vibe, but it rewinds me back to looking like I'm 10 or 11 years old. It, like, seriously, this is my anti-aging serum. Whatever this is, this does it. So that was task 1. Done, accomplished. Very minor, but it you know, it's mine. Second thing, I don't know what happened. I think I was moving something and there was an avalanche of, from my display, a mini avalanche onto my one of my altars, and something fell out of packaging and broke. So I had to fix it, and and I did. So it broke apart on the interior portion. So it's just been sitting on the floor, part by part. I was like, this is stupid. I mean, I didn't realize it until like I looked at the package. I was like, the package isn't just torn up. Like the thing is discombobulated on the inside. So anyway, I have this now. I'm not afraid of taking things out of the package anymore, or using beauty products, or putting on lipsticks when I'm at home, It's okay, So it's finding value and expressing that, It's harmless. It's good. It's good for you, Tina. So, so those are just like the little things, and I told you about I don't think this mat smells like wet dog anymore. So, and I put some things away. Like, dude, like there were bigger things that had happened, but you don't need to know every single thing about my life. But this is like a show and tell. Show and tell. Yeah, talk about show and tell for sure. Yeah, so this was just a strange full moon vibe for me, but it's getting me to the places that I need to get to. And there were things that I did that were more functional and purposeful, and so I'm very, very pleased with that. Yeah, definitely. So authorizing officer Tuesday, what you want to tell me, my divine panel? Like doing the whole change wardrobe thing, I came up with like so many excuses. I'm like, I'm starting to sweat, like just trying on all these things. It makes me want to take a shower again, and then it's like, no, I'm too tired for that. I don't feel like I have the energy. Maybe tomorrow. And it's just like, I just realized, you know what? You're gonna throw that shiz in the laundry. You don't have to suit up. So we're not going to the extremes of having to talk about the funds for dry cleaning or whatever. Just work on the changes, okay? And turn on all of your fans, and it's cooler at this time of day, and you're gonna be fine. Just do it. Just do it. So it was good. I'm glad. Anyway. Authorizing officer Tuesday. What do you want to tell me? Yeah, things are starting to shift into place. So I didn't realize how many things were actually done today, but they said just start. And I had a rough start this morning. Not to say that it was difficult. It was just I didn't know where to start. I didn't really have that. I don't know. I just didn't have that spark in me, really. Like when you expect things to go your way and how things are supposed to move, it does add that extra like slump. And so once I let that go, ta-da, got better, way better. So 8 of Cups. Knight of Wands, King of Wands in reverse, and the 10 of Pentacles. So yeah, it's definitely just what I said, stepping away from anything that's like really bothersome, anything that's just like noise. And sometimes, sometimes the noise is just like all the thoughts in your head. Collectively speaking, the sum of what you've heard before, and just reiterate it in your head over and over. And without victimizing oneself, it's also just like, what do I really think of this? And so in instead of battling with that and thinking here or there or whatever, it's just making some movement and stepping away. Sometimes, you know, like with toddlers, like very, very simple strategy. And if there's like a quarrel or something like something that's unfavorable, you distract them with something else or to a different location, in order to not overcomplicate things and reap the best out of the situation, more than singularly speaking, that it's for the best for all parties. So it's kind of like that, and just distracting yourself outside of that, by doing these things. Just start, just start, just start. And so this is not just the Page of Wands, but getting on the horse and making that movement, that you have a backup MO, that you have support, that you have the appropriate tools, immediate resources. And so this is an advanced player, ethical at that, and achieving the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So wealth within its now moment. And once you lock in on that, it seems to be ongoing, is what they're saying. Okay. So anything else that you want to say, my divine panel? Authorizing Officer Tuesday, what is the vibe? This fell on the right side of the leg of the fan, in front of it. On the wire, it is Page of Pentacles. So this is young goat energy in the background, but it's also like her belt. It looks like this is the first time that I've seen it like this. A measuring tape. Where do you see it? Do you see it? It looks like a measuring tape. Almost with like Holland type of symbols, like Holland, like Dutch. I don't know. I've seen ribbons like that before, and it, like the patterning of it. But anyway, this looks like a tape measurer in what does this mean? What? So moving forward, Younger energy. I remember it like, okay, I access, you know, and gain this allotment of funds, ace to the 10. And once I get there, I also help others, like I, you know, share with that. So being that the fan base is also not just investing, but they also receive a portion of that. That's what they're saying. I mean, let's get a clarifier for that. I think that's one. I don't know. 9 of Wands in reverse again, repetition. And I think this is the third deck that has told us that I don't need to be so defensive. Okay, so that reading is correct in that. Like when I hesitate in that, like I sometimes worry, like, are people just around me just to like get theirs, you know? And I feel like I've advanced to the point where I have not just spirit, like your source, like right by me. And I want to say that for everybody, but and that is the learned case. That's what we're taught, and that's what I know to be true. But spirit, like I'm like I'm closer. We're closer. I don't understand. I don't, like there's no waiting. There's no like I don't. It's a closer bond. So, and not just that, but like along the way and going through certain phases of my life, I told you, like it's just a reminder sometimes that like, not sometimes, but in every single case, I've earned allies, strong allies in different arenas. And I remember 2 of them today, and their faces popped up. I was like, those were my dudes, you know? You know, just, you know, I'm, And then there's allies that have done like complete 360s, or you know, um, they've made vast improvements for sure. Um, yeah, and so there's all of that. So, you know, I have a lot of people looking out for me, whether they're trying to or not. They're energetically there. The desire for that is there, so it's like, might as well be done. Like, consider it done, Tina. So I don't have to worry about like anybody trying to gate crash or succeeding in doing so. and and being part of the recipient end on that, you know what I mean? So this is good. This is very, very good at this level. Top of the deck is Six of Cups. Yeah, a lot of friendships, a lot of goodness. Like, we can sit in the same area and just do our thing, like a bottomless well here. And it's playtime, like teacup energy. Yeah, that's so wonderful. All right. Anything else that you want to say? It's been about 30 minutes, so anything else that you want to say, my divine panel? We're staying up a little bit later today, like back to my old schedule, just because I wanted to set the tone for, like, can I do this at my, you know, at least starting point on my, like, prime time in how Tina truly is in herself, in her most relaxed state, and getting like a shiz ton done on a norm, you know. And so I have that allowance today to do that, just because it was completely a little off pattern. I have crickets in my room, guys. Crickets in my room. That's not a figure of speech. That's an actual thing. Today, there were crickets in my room. And they shut up right. I don't know. Like, before I did the reading, they're loud. They're loud. They watch out for me. I'm pretty sure. I don't understand it, dude. Like, I don't understand it. Okay, anything else that you want to say, my divine panel? Okay. That's the top of the deck. I don't know what it is, but Six of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So this is a victorious investment. This is Ace of Oh, this is the Ace in pocket always, Tina. Always going to be victorious. That's good. What fell at my feet is, and hit the caboodle, is Eight of Pentacles. You're great at what you do, Tina. You're excellent. That's, and this is meticulous. This is kind of sharpening one's own sword, but shining one's own pentacle. But this is not just like my pentacle. This is like a shared pentacle. These are like, this final one especially has got to be a plaque representative of the whole, I feel like. One, two, three. Three might be the one, because that's partnerships and those are bonds. That's school, that's work. Three, and six. Eight is kind of hidden. It's a very subtle energy and it's collective. Wait, just because this is very isolated. But, you know, in having patience, let's say you have group work, right? And you're the leader in it. So you have to account for, even though it's supposed to be like split up work, as a lead in the project, you know that there's 7 pentacles already done. Like, you've accounted for it. Everything's like you're hitting the milestones on a date basis, whatever. But you know it takes time. But then that 8th one, that finishing touch, is like the landmarker of a collective, like, contribution. So in, like, sometimes like, you can't do the work for other people, right? So in this, like, big project thing, even with sharpening one's own tool, you realize sometimes that waiting period, that limbo period, is realizing that the sharpening of one's own assets, or softening or shining or whatever, is based on your collective experiences relative to those that have crossed paths with you. So this is some kind of like quiet time in accessing that pentacle. Yeah, I feel like that. So that's there. And then what was on the top of the deck? I want to know the Fool card. So something's about to start. You're about to start. Vroom, vroom, vroom. This is more like an MO, because once you come to that realization, then it's actualization. So I think I'm supposed to go for a walk or start getting to that process again. I did see a lot of exercises on my feed in the past 24 to 48 hours, and they were all exercises that I used to do before. Do you hear it? Yeah. What the heck? They're so loud. They're so loud. There's more than one, for sure. And I know where one is, but anyway. There's that. Okay. I want to get one more to clarify that. Page of Wands. So yeah, I'm supposed to start going for a walk. Look, like, come on over here. Over, yeah, it's on the doing side for sure. And so you out there, because it fell on the right side too. My fan base is supposed to get started also. And they also reminded me that, you know, when there's a luxury of having like 9 lives. You can, there are retries, you know, there's retake tests, you see? You know what I mean? Like, this is to test how strong you are, not how much of a failure you are. You know, that's why you have that. That's what they're saying. It's like, hey, over here, you know? Do you see that? There we go. Come on over here. And that's interesting. So that was the clarifier, but I want to know on the top of the deck what was underneath the Fool card, because that's kind of like, you know, consecutively speaking, we gotta know. Environmental. Queen of Wands in reverse. I don't feel like I'm being because normally this would be like, oh, somebody's misusing their sexuality or their prowess, and so this could mean at the most extreme things like a slut. But this is, like, for me, I don't feel like I'm holding myself in that manner. I don't think I'm acting in such a way. So it's got to be someone that's with, like, kind of keeping their magic to themselves. You know, just being objective, aloof a little bit. But let me find out. Yeah, this is like a standalone thing, because that's the Fool card here. 3 of Cups in reverse. This could be a collective of like that yucky energy I was telling you about, coven energy. But I don't know. Like, that feels like it's irrelevant now. You know what I mean? So it just feels like I have my backup crew. You know, also objective. You know, I've also run into a couple of people, more than a couple, but at least one of them was an older white lady, and I feel bad for saying older, because like I think that's, I'm speaking in the eyes of another person. She held herself very, very well, but not like bougie, you know what I mean? Like, she kept a respectable distance, just like the others that I've kind of grouped into there as well. So I really feel like I do have people who know me, people who celebrate me, but who are also very respectful in my desire to kind of be more cautious with energetics surrounding me. And so I really, 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 really like absolutely appreciate it. Yeah, so what's underneath that? I'm just curious. The sun card in reverse, yeah. This is like the spotlight is on. So definitely this is like a cast of energy here. These are showstopper energies. So this is good. This is very, very good. I have protection. I have, this is crazy. So the sun card is 19, and then 3 of Cups prefixed it. So 319 is an angel number for me. And I feel like my crew on that note. Yeah, okay, so bottom of the deck is King of Pentacles. This is boss energy, highly industrious, lover of, you know, nature. Like this is somebody that goes on hikes, and, oh yeah, so definitely we're supposed to. Yeah, definitely. That's crazy. 3 of Wands in reverse, and that'll bring your shiz closer to you, like closer to delivery. Yep, the Chariot. Like this is like Amazon, like the tracking of delivery. Okay, they parked over here. They're not like, I don't know, within the city or whatever. Have 2 more stops before. No, there. It's just like it automatically hauls in that cord. Okay, so what is their takeaway? My crew, this particular crew, what's their takeaway? Oh, 2, I guess, here. Okay, so Page of Swords and 7 of Pentacles in reverse. So this is harvesting. This is an access point in new learnings, or even entry. If you're new and you're like new to this crew, I feel like a new recruit to this group, then that is correct. You know, if the energy is in whole, not partial, I feel like there's like strict requirements. You know, in my feed, it's like I got something, it said something that you know, you're not a gatekeeper unless you're doing it like 40 something hours per week. It was straight up in my feed. It was such the nastiest energy, and the content could have been like completely, you know, I think it had the image of like Buckingham Palace or whatever, so it might have been different content, but the energetic, oh my gosh, somebody was a huge hater, like, you're not a gatekeeper. In fact, that person might, I don't know, it felt like old crabby energy, like, I'm not gonna say anything crass, because I'm not gonna let anybody bring me down on that note, but it was absolutely, like, you have to wonder how that person got to the top if they're that crabby about, if they're that adamant about raining on someone's parade, or, you know, adamant about invalidating, you know, another. It's just like it was just not the right energy, let me tell you. So anyway, Okay, so I feel like there's strict requirements. You can't like half as this energy. But yeah, this is new learnings. And there's some kind of like an alchemy here, because this is the pentacle energy, but then right here, the cloud form is golden, just like there. So there's giving yourself some room to process what's incoming, and definitely what's outgoing, because this person, you know, is it's not trigger happy, but he has his sword up, but closed mouth, you know, definitely. So what is our takeaway then? Oh, the Empress. What? So I have some great divine feminines here. People who are really stepping up within their own empires. This is definitely Authorizing Officer Tuesday. So my cream crew is here. My conglomerate energies that are like doing wonders out there. It's like this is excellent. This is pregnancy. This is bringing in new life. This is not just productivity, but reproductivity. So the ability to regenerate after producing, and maintaining what is produced. You said it like that. I usually don't get it like that. Definitely. Like on a conveyor belt almost. I don't know, that's what they said. Alright, that's crazy. That's so good. Okay, so what is my takeaway? I'll take 3. First takeaway is Queen of Swords. I said it time and time again. Definitely. Takeaway number 2. Oh my gosh, sure. Cape. It doesn't have clouds. Maybe on the edges, but it's more like a wave, like brought her in. You know, a wave of thought. So it's new thought, new schools of thought. What is it? A new paradigm shift? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Takeaway number 2. Temperance in reverse. Talk about that wave, that undercurrent that brought her in. That's crazy. So, not all can see that you're balanced, Tina, that you are balancing and that you're really good at what you're doing. Whether or not you're pulling cards. This is accurate. It's like you're falling from grace almost, but then it's like you found your wings, like they like expanded out. You see, like saved yourself. Very good, very good. Okay, and then my third takeaway is Authorizing Officer Tuesday. King of Cups in reverse. So I told you, I'm helping out those that are psychics, that have some emotional imbalances, but this is also definitely spirit undercover. This is just refortifying that I have like Jesus Christ energy, you know, like spirit, like right with me, like buddies. You take the top bunk, I'll take the bottom bunk, you know. It's bringing in that wave. That's interesting. Huh. I want to get a clarifier for that. I'm just that's curious. Intrigued. 4 of Cups in reverse. That's correct. Out of all the reads that you could do and interpretations for that energy, you selected the right one, Tina. You got the highest vibing. That's definite. Something about putting those other cups to shame with the King of Cups right here. That's interesting. All right. Very nice. I like it. How could I not? All right. Thank you for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, from those who cast, call upon, generate, bring, or any variation thereof, ill will, intent, and or entities to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit and Archangel Michael's blue flame for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting, to lighten love energy. And then be refortified in me, only me, hassle-free, no doubt, no attachments, except for all bonus points included. Enlighten love. Thank you. Almost like shorthanded the closing of the portals. My goodness, what went on? I have to just grab one more thing here. Where are you? I had so many, like, crystal thingies. What happened? What happened? Okay, we're using this instead. Okay. Now that this reading is over, upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of roll out and light and love. I close the portals in this reading.